no doubt, like any other company, is taking a look and taking stock, and perhaps is affected by the world that is now turned upside down. Um, Remittance, $700 billion activity the world over. I don't know if you have other figures. That's what my research tells me. Give me an overview of what's going on and how places like WorldRemit will fit into all of this.
Yeah, so thank you first off for having me on your program, Michael. I really appreciate the opportunity. The remittance business is changing in front of our eyes, under our feet. The remittance senders around the world, including Jamaicans throughout the diaspora, are feeling many of the pressures that all of us are feeling. Many folks who have who have lost work, and therefore the flows of remittance we believe could be impacted in the short term. But this is a resilient customer. As people return to work, we expect that remittances will revert to their previous levels, if not higher levels, simply because the need behind that loving act of remittance remains.
Yes, you call it a loving act of remittance. Certainly, the need for love is great now as the sender countries. I think that you defend them, or the receiver countries. Give me a sense of what's happening in the sender countries, because we here, I'd like to think that Jamaica is a receiver country, and we see devastation from, the lives turn upside down, dying, hospitalization, layoffs, and what have you. Give me the perspective from a sender country. What is going on?
Yeah, so I sit here in the United States, and yeah, life has changed for all of us, hasn't it? Many folks have lost their job. We hope that it's going to be very temporary. However, really, when you think about it, and we've all read the headlines, I'm sure, we think about New York. New York was and is a center of a major outbreak of coronavirus. It happens that New York is also the single biggest population of Jamaicans in the diaspora. And so one of the things that we're seeing that is frankly heroic is the efforts of healthcare workers and all the folks who are taking care of our COVID patients and people who are in need. Turns out that, not a surprise to your viewers, that Jamaicans are in the middle of that. Jamaican healthcare workers, the nurses, the home health aides, the hospital technicians, the doctors are in the middle of that effort to care for the elderly, to care for those who are sick with COVID and other medical issues. And they're making a difference. They're putting themselves at risk. And WorldRemit is seeking to enable those who are able to continue to send money home to do so through our app and our website.
How will it change for those in the sender countries? You still have the receiver who is skeptical as to how this money comes. The whole question of whether or not, I can trust this thing. We used to touching money and smelling money, and you're talking about digital stuff. Help me here. What's going on with that? There needs to be some serious transition.
Yeah, that's right. So the money flow from, say, Toronto, New York, Miami, London, Manchester over to Jamaica has traditionally been cash in, as we say, and cash out at a retail location, be it a bank, be it a building society. Today, we continue to still offer cash out for those who desire that option. However, we've also built through a platform that WorldRemit has developed. Really, we're 10 years old. We were born digital. And we offer to folks, from the security of their home, from the safety of their home, 24/7, the ability to send a money transfer safely, easily. And then on the receive side, if cash is not the preferred option, to have the money deposited into their bank account, be it in a bank or a credit union throughout, just straight across the island.
Which was it, certainly in your experience? Was it cash out more, or digital straight to your bank? You don't have to leave. Which was the more popular?
So traditionally, it's been cash out. And we still have that option, but we are seeing a significant shift of customers opting not to go to that check cashing location or to that supermarket simply because they're not feeling safe to do so. And frankly, governments in the US and Canada and the UK have basically prohibited people from leaving their homes. And so we have an option for people to continue to send the money because the need remains. And then in Jamaica, on the payout side, as we call it, we continue to work through our branch locations in our partners, JMMB and Victoria Mutual, for the cash option for those who desire. But we also can reach straight through to any bank account in Jamaica, and that's an option that more and more people are opting for in this uncertain environment of coronavirus.
All right, let me back it up a bit because I've gone straight to the heart of it. As it relates to Latin America, more specifically the Caribbean, and drilling down to Jamaica, is there a percentage fall off as people are in shock and awe and just wondering how is this going to go? Have you seen a downturn?
So WorldRemit hasn't. In fact, we've surprisingly to many, we've actually seen an increase in the number of customers who are coming onto our, downloading our app and starting to use our service for all the reasons that I just mentioned. Overall, however, if you look at any of the studies that have recently been put out just in the last couple of weeks, there is an expectation that there will be an overall decline, at least in the short term, of remittance flows, not only to Jamaica, but across Latin America and the Caribbean. But our business is actually still relatively healthy because we have people who are opting for that digital option on the send side, and then the digital or two bank account option on the receive side.
Yes. In terms of the big picture, for Jamaica, it represents $2.1 billion worth of income to that. That's not a sneeze when you look at our economy. 2.1, you speak about trillions in the US, but 2.1 billion is significant, US dollars, that is. To what extent companies like yourself understand the impact and the importance of the throughput?
Yeah, so the importance is without a doubt seen in the homes and the lives of the many in Jamaica who are the beneficiaries and the recipients of the hard-earned money of their loved ones abroad. That's very evident. As far as what we expect going forward, we expect, again, in the short term, and it's hard to define, Michael, the short term. Is it 3 months? Is it 6 months? Is it 9 months? Some slowdown overall in the flows back to the island. But again, the individuals who are sending the money home, the loved ones in the diaspora communities, are not only resilient, they're exceptionally hardworking. And for those who are out of work right now, when they get back to work, they will continue to serve. They will continue to send. And we're hoping that WorldRemit can help to enable those sends safely and securely from the comfort of their homes when they're ready.
Well, let me throw one at you. Everybody's now talking about specials at this time. The WorldRemit, their remit, like any other business, is to make a profit. But there's incentive at this time. Anything you're putting in the pot to sweeten it?
Yeah, very, very much so. Thanks for bringing that forward. So WorldRemit has an offer, which is if you try our service, we will offer you a fee-free money transfer to Jamaica from anywhere, be it Canada, be it anywhere that we send, US, UK, etc. And you will receive your first 3 money transfers will be fee-free. And so that's an offer that's frankly, leading the industry. Nobody has such a rich offer, but that's our way of gaining the confidence of new customers to say, this is a really good service. This is a serious company that's been around for 10 years, WorldRemit, and we'd love to be able to serve more of the Jamaican community abroad.
Well, let me drill down a little bit on that. Give me comparative prices now. I mean, no fee. How much would I would have to spend on, whatever amounts? Get me a sense of what is going on.
Yeah, so it really depends on where you're sending from, what country, and how much you're sending. But if we're looking at an average transaction, money transfer to Jamaica, let's call it in the 150, 200 US dollar range, you're talking about fees that a customer is going to find $8, $9.99 as an example. So the savings are meaningful. And we think this is the right time for WorldRemit to be offering a very rich kind of welcome in, frankly, times of great economic pressure on our customers. And we want to thank them in advance for trying our service to see how good and efficient it really is.
Now, the other part of the confidence where would have kept a number of persons away because, as I alluded to, how we deal with money. You must touch it, smell it, tear it, and what have you. Speak to me, convince me that getting on that platform, leaving the money, touching money platform to the digital money, where I'll say, how does money move? Crazy. I mean, how does it move on in the wires and the air? Talk to me about that, and especially the safety, the reliability, the confidence that you would like me to have in companies like yourself.
Yeah, that's great. So that's always going to be the fundamental question. Is my money safe? I've worked hard. My loved ones need it. It must be safe. And so we've built a base of, WorldRemit, have 4 million customers around the world. We have 150,000 five-star ratings on Trustpilot, which would say these are customers who have used us, who have loved us. I think the fundamental kind of proof point of why WorldRemit is when people start to use WorldRemit, they don't leave us. The experience is exceptional. The security is there. The guarantee that the money will get there is part of our promise. And we've built a customer base of 4 million customers around the world over the last 10 years because we've delivered. And we're very serious and about what we're doing, and very committed to our customers. So we'd love to offer our service to more Jamaicans in the diaspora. And we have two very good partners, Victoria Mutual and JMMB, in Jamaica. So you can rest assured that money with WorldRemit is safe.
Well, I wouldn't want to be blowing their trumpet, but certainly those names are household names in Jamaica and well-respected companies. But I didn't use the term of encryption. I'm not hearing you use those fancy terms. You're away from me. You go there. Convince me. So, I got $2 to send.
Yeah, so fair enough. The caveat is I am not the technology guy. So if I try to start talking too much technology, somebody's going to call me out. But yeah, we've built a platform that has to stand the test of time and stand the test of all the regulators around the world who make sure that companies like us are protecting people's money and keeping it safe. So we have the latest technology. We are a UK-based company, actually, and we are a leading fintech, financial technology company in the UK, and we've built our proprietary platform that just has stood the test of time. We will not have 4 million customers if we ever lose anybody's money, or if we ever in any way don't take care of our customers' money as if it were our own. So the technology is there. That's the tech in fintech, and we've built a platform that is ready to serve more customers and generate lots of happy customers.
It's often said these are the best of times and these are the worst of times. Well, you have your crystal ball in front of you. You've had to be, no doubt, making some changes in terms of the thinking, the business plan, how you're going to approach this new world order, financial world order. Give me the benefit of your mind and your experience. How do you see this happening? We've spoken about a shift from this to more digital. What else are you seeing out there that will fundamentally change?
Yes, so WorldRemit was born digital. When we came into being 10 years ago in the UK, we started from from the question of how do we serve customers better. In fact, our founder, who was originally from Somalia and was an immigrant himself to the UK, said, we can do this better. And here we are 10 years later. We've built leading edge technology, or use leading edge technology to build a better mousetrap. And we believe that with all the unfortunate aspects of this new world that we're living with coronavirus, we've been able to, we have a better mousetrap to offer to senders wherever they may be, whatever work they're involved in, and receivers on the receiving side. If they want to still receive cash, we've got a robust network of cash locations in Jamaica, but we also offer that movement into bank accounts directly. So we think that the consumer is going to find the way to what they want and what they need. And things will change. They're changing as we speak. Cash will not go away, we don't believe. So we will continue to offer options to customers. But at the end of the day, if we can deliver a safe, convenient, and secure product and offering, customers will find their way to WorldRemit, and we will happily serve them and hopefully serve them for a long time to come.
As it relates to the banking sector, do you interface directly with them, or you go through JMMB, which a bank of its own kind, and JN, and do you interface with other banks?
Yeah, no, our relationships are with both Victoria Mutual, as I mentioned, and JMMB. So we work through those banks to access the clearing system in Jamaica, to thereby be able to move the money securely into the beneficiary's account, be it into a credit union or a building society or the bank itself.
Yes. Tell me about the competition. Again, looking down the road, will all remittance services survive this?
Well, boy, that's a very good question. You know, there will be a lot of pressure on the industry, and those who are perhaps weaker and less financially sound will be under more pressure. I think that at the end of the day, competition is really good. It's really good for ultimately the consumer, the customer, because when there's competition, it makes us all better. So it's hard to know, or I wouldn't even try to predict who comes out as a winner, who comes out as a loser. That's not our business. Our business is saying, how do we better serve our customers? And we believe that WorldRemit, the digital send and the digital receive are really where the customer increasingly is going to be moving. And, you know, you're sitting there and maybe saying, I'm not used to apps. I don't trust my money to some app. The reality is we offer you the opportunity to give us a shot. It's fee free, and you'll find the ease of registering and sending the money through. You'll never go back once you've tried it one time.
You can do your banking at 2:00 in the morning when it's raining.
Indeed.
Yes, but help me again, because I'm futuristic. You have been on this platform for 10 years. You now see a change in the mindset that is required, a change, no doubt, in the business opportunities. What is the greatest obstacle, do you think, that would make that transition easier for people?
So the obstacle for the customer, or the obstacle for companies like ourselves?
Both.
So I don't think the obstacles from our company perspective we don't see obstacles, we see opportunities. We truly do. Technology is an amazing thing. Here we are, we're connected. I sit in Colorado, where it's snowing out, and you sit in sunny Jamaica, and we're connected, and we're having a chat here. Technology is delivering solutions at a rate faster than we can sometimes even fathom as customers. Customers will find their way to the technologies that make sense, that are easy to use, that are intuitive. And so that's our challenge as a digital only company. We have to find ways to make our platform more accessible, even easier to use, frictionless, as we say in the trade. And that's what we're up to every single day. And then make sure we serve our customers when they have a need. And customers will find their way to digital. It won't happen overnight. Customer change and adaptation takes time. But when there is a good option out there, people find their way to it.
You mentioned that they will find their way. Is there a a gender issue or an age issue when you look at the market segments that you have to work with in terms of convincing, is the boomers or the,
Yeah,
generation Z, X, Y, W?
that's a great question, and clearly the adoption of technologies are the levels of adoption and rates of adoption can be different based on age and just experience. But I think the point of when we can build something that's so easy and so intuitive that even perhaps my dad, who's quite older, would be willing to try it. That's when we've hit on something, and that's what again we continue to work toward. And we think that the platform that we've built is that easy to use and that intuitive that it will appeal to even the individual who may be less willing to try a new technology.
I put this to you. COVID-19, in one respect, has moved the transition to digital faster than anyone would have dreamed of. Please discuss. That's your question in the exam.
Yes, and I think the answer to the exam question, Michael, will come over time. We are literally, at least here in the US, we're 4 weeks into this new reality, and things are changing in front of our eyes. And so the companies that can adapt quickly and well to this change, I think will help to write the story of what this looks like. It's very hard to know, Michael, how fast the shift, for example, from cash to digital sending from an app, sending from a website, and then on the receive side, from cash into bank accounts, how quickly that will happen. But we at WorldRemit feel like we're positioned well to help customers right now in this time of need when people do not want to go out and have certain concerns about their own personal security and health. And as we come out of this COVID-19 crisis, and we all hope and pray that will be sooner rather than later, we think people will see that this is a better way potentially to do it, more convenient, more secure. And so we're going to write the story together. But at the end of the day, it's our customers that will make the choice. It's our customers that count. And if we're serving our customers well, WorldRemit will be part of the story. And we have to earn that every day. And really appreciate this opportunity to share perspectives and thank the Jamaican diaspora communities as well as all the people back home for their commitment to helping each other out in these difficult times, and frankly, helping each other out even in the good times. So we're appreciative because our business wouldn't exist if it weren't for immigrants around the world who've made the choice to send money back home.
I'm going to give you your final pitch. Pitch to this person. They're about 6 to 7 years old. You wouldn't consider them being born in a digital age. You've acquired it a little, like, hey, I don't trust that thing too much. They've got loved ones wherever in the world. Hey, say Jamaica, why not? And you've had to go to tell them this way, apart from sending it down on the plane to somebody apart from taking all kind of quiet ways and putting it in a bundle somewhere, pitch to them why should they go with remittances through WorldRemit.
So I think it starts with this device. If you have one of these phones in your pocket, you have a very powerful computer at your disposal, and that phone enables you to simply download the WorldRemit app in the App Store or in Google Play, which is of course free. And before you know it, literally in the span of a couple of minutes, you've registered for the service and you can give it a shot. 3 times, the first 3 transactions are free. That is our 3 free promotion code offer to give it a shot. And you will find that the ease and convenience 24/7 in the comfort of your home and the security of being able to send your money with WorldRemit via our app is unmatched. So I encourage you to give it a shot and tell us how you liked it.
Let me ask you, why would you be doing this?
Because at the end of the day, the movement of money from one part of the world to the other ultimately is an exceptionally noble and meaningful act. And so I personally have been in the remittance business for 20 years, and I'm here because I love the business that we're in. I love helping people or enabling hardworking people around the world to support their families and make lives better. To me, that's what gets me up every morning and gives me the passion to continue to work in this industry and to work with WorldRemit to enable a better way of sending money and deliver the safety and the security that every remittance customer wants and deserves.
I want to thank you so much for your time and opening it up to the world, because for us in Jamaica, it's 2.1 billion US dollars every year. For us in Jamaica, is that little girl, that little boy getting a pair of shoes and going to school and making sure that we can come to America and even help America, you know, because that is the fundamental way that a number of our families have done. And I understand fully well the need for remittance and the importance of it to the economy. So to the extent that you're playing your role as you are and being aware of its importance and the seamless way and non-friction way that we should do it, I appreciate and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Michael. And I just want to acknowledge all Jamaicans, all West Indians in America and throughout the world who are making a difference as we speak in serving as healthcare workers, emergency medical technicians, and other important industries that help us to continue to be safe and to be cared for. So thank you very much on behalf of WorldRemit.